I made my cell phone. Huh? I walk with the Reaper. 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 I walk.
I'm going to pray. Father, in the name of Jesus, search our hearts, know our ways. If you find any wicked way, take it out of us. Those things that are toxic to our development, remove them so that we can be free to do what you would have us to do. In Jesus' name, amen. You may be seated in the presence of the Lord.
Oh man, I don't know about you, but I've really enjoyed that 3 months of winter hibernation. Oh, what's this? I've woken up and our subscriber count is insert subscriber count here because it's already past 100, making this kind of outdated.
I wouldn't say that.
100 plus subscriber special.
Hooray!
Yay!
Yay.
Pop the champagne.
Hey.
Pop.
I'll put in the gun sound here.
Yeah, put in like make it a scary gun sound, like
Scary gun sound.
like Vietnam footage. Don't make it a happy gun sound.
just brutal war footage.
Yeah,
I'll
right
put in-
here, right here.
Yeah, I'll put in from Full Metal Jacket when the guy kills himself.
Perfect.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, it's been a minute.
It's been a hot minute.
Well, you see, the problem was that Perez, he's got a little brain, so he just
I get tired very easily. Looking at having to read 50 times over the course of like 6 months.
Yeah.
Oh boy, pooped me right out. I was falling asleep.
We've done 50 monsters since the first episode, and
Gotta clap for that. Gotta clap for that.
Yeah.
A perfect 50, not planned, not organized or orchestrated.
And anyway, it's getting close to the end of the year, and we here, we're on different sides in the war on Christmas.
Yeah.
But I'll say
I'm on the side that's gonna win.
I'll say for you,
Happy holidays.
for our Z brothers, for Christmas, as a nice little Christmas present from Santa, we're gonna
Here's a nice holiday presento from the holiday spirit of humans.
from Santa, more like Saint Nick, more like
not real.
Carl Sagan. I'm gonna fill my stocking with logic and reason and facts and science. For the
Where were you
hundreds,
going with this?
yeah, for the 100 sub special, what we're gonna do is, as per Prez's suggestion, we're going to do a top 10 of our favorite Monster Girls that we've done so far, and
Just talk about them. Talk about why we like them.
We'll probably talk about kind of like how doing this channel and like getting to 100 subs, how that's been.
Getting
for
200 subs.
Getting to 100.
Okay, I was gonna say don't count your chickens before they hatch.
Is there a chicken girl?
I don't think there is. The cockatrice is a chicken girl.
Does she lay eggs? If
Probably.
you like have children with
One
her,
of these
does she have eggs?
weirdos lays eggs.
Have you ever seen people who got like an egg laying fetish? Those
Yes.
girls? Yeah.
Yeah, that Yoshi copy pasta.
Well, I mean, there's that, but isn't it called like oviposition or something like that?
No, that's when you get the eggs inside of you.
Oh, okay. It's a medical thing, right?
No, it's
Oh,
a bug
okay.
thing.
Oh, okay. But no, because I've seen it. Cause I think Vice did a thing on it. Because they always do a thing on Freaks. And like there was some lady who like put eggs inside of her and like pretended to like give birth to them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
That's pretty gross.
It's pretty gross.
Well, you know what
Kink
to say.
shaming, the number one
You know,
hobby.
you
at
gotta
Zebra Neck.
crack a few eggs if you want to make an omelet. So anyway, we're gonna do our top 10.
You don't even take a second to let it set in when you make a bad joke. You just bury it immediately.
I mean, that's kind of the point. Thanks for pointing out the joke of the joke. But
It's
you
why
know,
I'm-
see,
it's
this is
why
the
I'm
thing.
here.
This is why we're shutting down the channel.
We're not shutting down the channel.
No, okay.
We're gonna wait till we get to 200 subs and then we'll shut
We'll
down
probably
the channel.
talk about it on like a recording. Maybe I'll record us at some point where we talk about the end of the Two Best Friends.
Let's not bring that here.
Okay.
I don't want to cry.
Okay. All right, enough dilly-dallying. So we have the list in front of us. Perez, tell me about your top 10 and whatever order, whatever kind you want.
I want to do like I do 10 and then you do 10.
Yeah, then we
Like
can.
I'll do my number 10 and then you do your number 10 and I'll do my number 9, you do your number 9. Type deal.
Number 9 large. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Who do I have for my number 10? Clap, clap, clap.
Me or you?
My number 10, I'm gonna give it to the Hellhound, you know?
Why do you feel that?
I've always liked the design for the Hellhound, because, you know, evil, demonic dog woman has to be on this list somewhere, and I'd rather it be number 10.
Why is she evil?
Why is she? Well,
Is it
because she's from hell.
Is it
Because she's a demon.
She's black. You're racist.
Listen, we save that for the chip casts.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We save all our racist tirades for the chip casts, so we don't have to waste time editing them out in mainline videos.
We should have done another one because we have the queso.
Yeah, but I didn't want to do it in public. Anyway, Hellhounds, I don't know, they just look nice. Well, they don't look nice. They look very much evil and like they would beat you up if you looked at them funny. But
Yeah.
that's why I like them.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's your thing.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
And I think, like, you know, the concept of this demonic woman that will beat you up really appeals to me, you know. Not enough to get like in my top 5, of course, but it's on the list.
Yeah, I've
Hellhound
noticed.
definitely on the list.
I've
Not the last one that will beat me up, but definitely the 10th one.
I've noticed you have a preference for ones that you like.
Yeah, I have. There's definitely a pattern here.
Pattern of behavior.
Some traits are just better than others, you know.
Anyway,
It's too bad we live in America. I got beat up by a girl. My hospital bills would be astronomical. How come I'm imagining myself getting beat up so bad I go to the hospital? What's your number 10?
I'm sure you imagine that a lot. But anyway, my number 10 would have to be the white. So
The white, yeah.
because when I was looking through the footage to get all the ones that we've done, I saw the white and I remembered how much I like it. The white is the one.
Remind me of the white. I'm thinking.
I mean,
my brain is getting confused.
I'm about to
with
do
the
that.
word. Okay.
If you could just stop interrupting. The white is the one that's the zombie queen.
Oh,
And
right.
it was one of the first ones that I read that had like a big backstory to it, and that kind of led to like most of the ones that I really like are the ones that have lore to them
Or
and have
evil
like
and purple. And
yeah. No, the white's white. That's why it's called white. But yeah, the white is like a zombie queen, and like she has this like undead castle where like they have zombie balls, and like they have like the walks through the graveyard and things like that. It's pretty good design. I like the design. It's very much like what's her name from the Addams Family, the wife.
Oh yeah.
Like that type of goth woman aesthetic.
Elvira type.
Yeah, Elvira.
Elvira,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That goth woman aesthetic. And I like it. I like the idea of this zombie queen of the undead, and that is like has like authority over other zombies, and like is their ruler and makes other zombies do her bidding and stuff. So that's my number 10. What's your number 9?
My number 9.
You just get one, not two number 9s.
Cut that. Number 9. I'm gonna make my number 9 is gonna go to the Ryu. Ryu's definitely number 9.
I think it should be higher, but
Nah, she's number 9.
Okay.
I like the monster girls that aren't just crazy have sex animals, and the Ryu is like an actual good one, like morally, and that I really value things that are good. And
No, you don't.
listen. Yes, I
value-
do.
Okay.
Morality is very important.
No, it's not. If you say so.
And the fact that the Ryu has like a job kind of
Yeah.
with the weather stuff, it makes it pretty neat, because it's like you turn the TV on, and instead of like a newswoman, instead of a boring newswoman, it's like a dragon. I'm like, yeah, I can get behind that.
I bet you can.
There you go. I had to elbow you. I had to give you a little nudge to make that joke.
Give her a little bit.
I didn't have to do it that time. I'm pretty proud. Gotta clap for that. Gotta clap for that. Ryu's number 9.
Wow. Get a load of this guy. Okay. For number 9, I choose the Alp.
Oh yeah.
So the Alp was one
Not
of
your
the.
number 1, like the joke you made, huh?
No, but okay. So number 9, I chose the Alp. The Alp was one of the first ones that we did, and it's funny because it's one of the ones that you specifically told me that you did not want to do. You did not want to read, but once it was my turn.
And you, my hellhound's here. Guys, I gotta go. I'll see you in the hospital.
That's how I spend my weekends at her house and then at the hospital.
It's a
The
living.
things I do for love.
The thing. You're real.
You're real. Hurt me harder. We're cutting that. Okay. Okay. Anyway, yeah, the Alp. So yeah,
It
the
was
Alp.
one I specifically said I didn't like.
Mm-hmm.
Like before we even thought about making this show, I would just complain at you about the Alp.
Yeah, at random, he would bring up the Alp as something that he didn't like. And I was like, why do you keep on talking about the Alp? I was thinking he was talking about the place, but he was talking about this creature, the Alp. And then once it came up and it was my turn to read, I absolutely read it. And, I don't know, Perez
It
is...
came up randomly. It was
Yeah.
during one of the random episodes, and we both like, we were both like, oh, of course.
Yeah, and I just reading it, I was like, oh, I could see why Perez has a problem with this because he's silly and he's a silly brain. No, because the Alp, it's basically a man who had his mind and soul in a woman's body, and
Turned into a woman, not by choice.
yeah, but still, it was a man that's in a woman's body, but it's completely a woman. And the way it describes it as like it becomes just like a bro who will like their buddy will come over, then they'll just have sex with them and then like hang out as if it's just like a regular thing for your bro to come over and then for him to to bust your cheeks and then just like watch TV on the couch. And I'm like, I don't know, that's like, it's not like bad, it's not like horrible like the other ones. It's just,
I think the mind altering part is kind of horrible.
well, that's the thing, is that it implies that that type of desire was always there, and because it was, that's why you turned into an Alp. And if you like embrace it, it just becomes an even stronger. And the thing is, like, the Alp, it's like, it really is just this weird, like, in between, like, where a lot of other monster girls are. A lot of other monster girls, they want to like marry you off the bat and like have your babies, but the Alp is just like, I just want to like get
I just want to smash.
I just want to get banged by my bros. Is that weird?
You want to get banged by your bros.
You know, it's just bros gotta help other bros out. I don't know. A lot of the other ones we did are really horrible, but I get a kick out of this one, and this one's not that bad, honestly. So number 9 is the Alp. I enjoyed reading it.
Like,
So
no joke, I don't hate them as much as I used to before I actually read their article.
I'm glad you had like a weird irrational dislike to them.
I still don't like them, but I don't irrationally dislike them.
Is it because they're gay?
Yeah.
Okay. What if it was the incubus, but it was like a very convincing trap?
It's still a trap.
I guess so. Speaking of
No
that,
matter how much of, oh man, I'm not gonna say that.
I was gonna say
Ooh.
we'll talk about that
Ooh.
afterwards.
Ooh,
Yeah, don't say
man.
no, we're not on recorded. Pick your 8, you weirdo.
Okay. My number 8's gonna go to the troll. Jamie pulled that shit up. What I like about the troll is that it's completely different than what I thought it would be when I first heard troll monster girl. Like I thought the troll would be the ugly one, like but in the way that anime girls are the ugly one, where they're not ugly at all, but everyone just says they are. And then it's like this actual interesting thing where they're like these weird earth spirits, and they got like the plants growing out of them. They got like the weird pigtail. Did we talk about that movie about the girl?
And they really are ugly.
And they really are ugly. Jesus Christ. Ugh, I want to throw up looking at this. Looking at that stuff, man.
Looking at them hands.
Ugh, those hams. Those hams. Those hams look like they could crush a watermelon.
Look at them hams. What?
Yo, mind if I spit roast them hams, bro? They just like have this nice like vibe to them. They got like this nice naturalist type thing where they're like one with the earth, and they're almost like hippies.
They got houseplants.
Yeah,
Lots of houseplants.
and yeah, they'd be like those weirdos who own succulents.
I feel attacked.
You should be. That was a very personal attack. He owned succulents like a goddamn weirdo.
Yeah, but I owned a bunch of them. Have I told you about that? That's probably like a podcast topic, but like I've noticed that the correlation between thoughts and houseplants.
Oh, God.
That it seems like a lot of thoughts have a bunch of different houseplants and succulents that they don't care of in the background of their pictures when they're taking pictures of their butt.
So they don't have to take care of like a living animal like a dog.
Or their own lives.
Oh, don't be like that.
I can't.
Being a thought is probably really hard. It absolutely is.
Well,
hard.
I mean, but that's the difference is that being a thought, you're basically like an entrepreneur, but you know, you have like a specific product that sells very well, I might add.
Yeah.
There are a bunch of different avenues, but it's the weird denial of the hustle that you're doing and then covering it up with houseplants.
The weird denial, like not doing your taxes.
Yeah. You know what I love most about Monster Girls?
The fact that they do their taxes. I bet even the evil ones pay their taxes.
Those will show up later on my list.
Oh man, I love the image of like a roper paying taxes.
Oh god, she's got to possess a woman's body so she can walk to H&R Block to get it filed. She's got like the tentacles pouring out of the ears and eyes. Oh god,
It's like a scene from Prometheus. Remember the space vagina monster in Prometheus? That's my
just-
number 7.
That's just kind of like the alien brand, is space dicks and vaginas.
Yeah. Thanks, Geiger. Thanks for ruining aliens. Anyway, trolls are my number 8. Look how pretty this troll is. Isn't she so cute? Wouldn't you want to hold her giant ham?
I mean, she's got a tail and she's got big ears and hands and big hands and feet. But I mean, I guess that's your number 8.
Old Truckosaurus hands.
So my number 8 is The Nightmare, because I really enjoyed reading that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that.
There's a
you
few.
like Guatemala. You would like The Nightmare.
Yeah, I like the idea of a stinky neat girl, especially the idea of this.
It would be a stinky horse neat girl though.
Well, yeah, I guess so. She belongs in a stable, but you know.
She belongs in a stable relationship.
Not as a nightmare, I'm seeing. Yeah, but also like the idea of this stinky neat girl that invades the Chad's dream, and then is like it's just like this like the other ones, the centaurs, where they're like these sex goddesses, and she has sex with the man in her dream or in his dream, and then basically like in the article it describes as like one day the dude realizes, so he just kind of like pretends to be asleep, and then he just flips on the switch, and then she gets all nervous, and then they have sex, and it's
in
like
real life.
in real
You
life,
have sex in real life. You climax in real life.
not in lucid dreams.
I feel attacked.
And it's really awkward because she's just a freakazoid, and I enjoyed reading the article. I like, of all the horse ones, that one was pretty decent. The other ones are kind of
decent.
pretty decent. The other ones are really awful, and I think they're all bad, and I really wish that instead of doing the centaur special, we just did. No, I'm just kidding. I enjoyed it, but like The Nightmare is probably my favorite of the centaur. Well, except for another one that may or may not end on this list.
Right. Of course. I know what you're talking about.
But no, yeah, I like her design. I like her aesthetic, her whole attitude, basically.
Like her whole.
That's my number 8. Okay, you're next.
Number 7. We're getting up there. My number 7 is the mucus toad. Now, he doesn't have to look up a picture of the mucus toad because it's still in his
Because
brain.
Prez looks at the picture of the mucus toad every day and before he goes to sleep and when he wakes up.
I have a picture of the mucus toad in my wallet. I look at it whenever I pay for food, and I make the cashiers look at it too. So, and I say, "Look at my wife, isn't she adorable?" Ay. But yeah, I've warmed up to the mucus toad. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I could tell.
The fact that the slime is still an issue, and it's still kind of gross. But the mucus toad is still a strong 7, if nothing. But because of the image that I keep telling you, the image of her sniping her husband's mouth with her tongue from crazy, like it's like in a Fortnite, you get sniped from nowhere. Only it's your mouth, and it's a girl's tongue. And it makes a Yoshi noise. So you use, you're out on your riding mower, mowing the yawn, mowing the yard, and you yawn, and suddenly just blip from like a tree.
Were you gonna say yard and lawn and you said yawn?
I sure did. And then and then you look up in a tree and your wife is just there, and then you just kind of playfully shake your fist at her.
No, and people don't think about this. This is not a normal thing.
Someone else has thought about this. Someone else.
Yeah, Kenko, the trash lord.
Disgusting. I live in a pile of trash. I smell really bad, so I make girls that are attracted to smell, man.
You know, it's funny.
Kenko probably is pretty presentable.
Yeah, I gotta say, yeah, Kenko probably, like, when he's working, he's
if
like...
Kenko is anything like all the other Japanese artists I follow on Twitter, he's actually, like, crazy attractive.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's probably the thing, is that when he's working, he's probably wears the same thing days after day and it stinks. But when he gets out and cleans up, he's just, he's like a usual cute Japanese guy, like most of the other mangakas. Because, most of them, because mangakas, like, they don't eat like Americans. So they stay thin and they dress well.
Man, I wish I was Japanese. I was gonna. Never mind. I'm not even gonna explain this joke. It's not funny.
What was it? You wished you were Japanese, man?
No, it was.
You were gonna wish you were Japanese, man,
It
Gaku?
was gonna be a long and like very very windy road to a joke, referencing a line from the fucking Simple and Clean, where the singer says, from the singer of Simple and Clean. Yeah, see, and I'm still doing it. I'm still doing it. So I guess I'll just keep doing it. The line from one of her songs where she says something. I'm Japan easy. Like, it's not funny. I don't know why. I don't know why I explained it. I'm sorry. You can cut this if you want, I guess.
I'm keeping it in.
How embarrassing. Ooh, what's your number 7?
No, you needed 10 minutes to get to a word pun, but okay. Anyway, number 7. So my number 7 is Gandavar, because I remember Gandavar and I really liked it because it was the idea of like this like noble bird with this righteous cause of bringing people together,
Just so they can bang.
and in this land where there's very few monsters that will not try to like, they will either get with people just kind of like out of their own volition, not like try to mind alter or like
Enslave them.
yeah, like, or force them on people. But Gandavar was not only just one of the ones that enjoyed relationships with humans, but just kind of pursued them when she wanted to. But she brought humans together in this land that were these evil creatures that just prey upon humans in order to force them to basically force them to extinction by producing only daughters in this really weird fictional universe that is completely like, it's like sexually demonic.
Just everywhere. It's like Pokemon, only worse.
No,
Yeah.
it's not like Pokemon at all. What are you talking about?
Walk down the street and oh no, the trash on this side of the road was actually a slime girl. Now you're gonna be late to work.
Late to work because you impregnated the slime girl?
Boss, I'm sorry.
That's not really like Pokemon at all.
Yeah, in Pokemon it'd be like you walk down an alley and then a Trubbish like attacks you.
And then sucks your dick. He's telling me when you look at a Trubbish, you're not like, man.
Is Trubbish your number 7?
Trubbish is my number 1, man. You can just look at Trubbish and be like, man, what the mouth do? You watch that episode? Trubbish and Ash, they got a connection. He's looking at that Trubbish and he's like, man.
Man, how'd that throat feel?
What were we talking about? Which one did I pick? Oh yeah.
the Gal Gadot.
Yeah, the Gandavar, the idea of this musical bird that brings people together to marry and have kids and lead decent lives and not become weird monster like obsessives. I appreciate that. So that's why she's my number 7. Number 6.
Number 6. I'm gonna give my number 6 to good old fashioned elf. Yeah, elf. Elves are slightly above average. What really is there to say about elves besides?
you picked it, so.
That's true. Elves are just. I don't want to keep bringing this up every time we talk about elves.
You always do.
I know, but like it's always elves, you know.
You just be like, hi, I'd like to introduce you. This is my cousin
Welcome to
Perez.
my TED Talk.
So elves, why do elves always get raped?
Why do elves always get raped? Welcome to my TED Talk, where we're just gonna look at dojins and just ask ourselves why.
It's going so well, and then bam, happens out of nowhere.
Yeah, get the little laser pointed out. See, and as you can see here, around this area, look, this tag we like to call stomach deformation.
You can always tell as soon as an ogre walks in, it's about to go downhill.
That elf's about to go down, all right. You think it's just because it's easy? Maybe elves are just easier to draw.
Because elves are easy.
Damn. Maybe it's just because elves are like the easiest monster girl to draw because it's just a person with ears.
I mean, but you know, they have an appeal outside of like monster people who are into monster girls. It's just as a general fiction trope, elves are a thing, and people like elves, even though it's the ears. You know, people like this idea of this like, what's that word, demi-humans?
Yeah.
Of like demi-humans that are close to humans, but they're like a different type of creature. So they perceive you and they see you as something totally different and foreign. But it's like, you know, degenerates. They take that whole thing.
Our audience.
And they like corrupt it that's where you get all those things that you read.
I don't read them. You just see the cover and
Then
you're
what do you
like,
know about so many of them?
you just see the cover and
you
you,
spend
and you
20
see the
minutes
way,
reading it.
and then you download 15 of them, and you just go.
I deliberately downloaded
And
something
I don't like. It's
and
like
I got
I
mad.
have mental problems.
And I got mad. How did this happen?
How do I avoid this issue I have? I don't know.
Do you have anything that you like about elves outside of the fact that you have a problem with
Them getting raped.
Yes.
I like the elf from Dragon's Crown.
Okay.
That's what I always think of when I think of elf. Because
I mean, everything from Dragon's Crown is like attractive,
yeah, even the birds.
even though it was big burly barrowman
Yeah,
that guy posted. Remember
I remember.
a response to that guy? That was fun.
Elves are very, very nice. Number 6.
I didn't like the cockatrice or whatever. That, what was it? The griffin? Remember the bird?
Yeah, it was a harpy.
Yeah.
The dragon's crown harpy. She's great. I don't know what's wrong with you.
Well, because I was expecting a bird, and then also
Yeah, and you yell bird. Is that a bird? Wait a minute. like with the flop, in time with the flop.
just boob drop, and then oh no, that's not a bird. What'd you do if we went out to like a local pond, and then we were looking at the ducks, and you were seeing this geese, and then turned around and it's massive and titties just flopped out, and there was like a human head on the bird. What would you do?
It still has like a long swan neck. There's just like a person head on the end.
Yeah, just like the harpy in the game.
But the harpy in the game has like a torso.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh.
It doesn't have titties just hang off his neck.
Like right at the base of the neck. Oh man, someone needs to draw this. Just a swan.
No.
With big old titties. Right at the base of the neck. And a regular sized person head at the end of the neck. Send it to Kenko. Tell him to make it real.
Right.
Yeah, that's my number 6.
Yeah. Okay, so my number 6. Are you done?
Yeah. I'm
Okay. So my number 6 is
No, this but
do you sometimes cry when you think about Spider-Man?
only when I think about him dying. He was just a boy.
Hmm?
He was just a boy.
He deserved it.
Wow. Wow. Ooh.
He had it coming
I
to
don't
him.
know about that. Just because he liked being shirtless with his friend doesn't mean he deserved to die. Oh, spoilers for Infinity War.
Iron Man should have killed him. He should have been like, I know you're dying now, but I'm gonna make it bad for you. And he shot him in the chest.
He shot him in the guts, so his organs are all messed up. Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good.
You about to feel worse. Why would you do that? And he fades away. If I saw somebody fading away, I'd definitely kick him in the head. Just fall on their back, and like they're like from the bottom of their feet, it goes up, and they're like, "Help me, sir!" I should kick him in the face, and they're like, "Why would you do that?" And then they fade away. So what are they gonna do about it?
It's a victimless crime.
It's foolproof. Mom, I don't feel so good. Yeah, did Thanos' thing count for like babies?
Like babies, like in your utero babies?
Yeah.
Probably.
Dang.
Giving birth to a bunch of dogs. We can cut that if you want.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do the Kikimori.
That's Amore.
Kikamora. So the Kikamora is really cute. It's probably one of the cutest ones that we've done. And the other ones will be like kind of like overdone. And you'll just be like, like it's the difference between like the fast thumb flick on Twitter to get it off the screen as fast as possible, and then the slow thumb flick to kind of be like, oh, that's nice, and then you look at that and then you see if the person has other art, and then you maybe follow them because you like the art. Kikamora's like that. It's a very cute design. I like it. I like the idea that it's like a Slavic lady because it from like a
Kikimora's got mad squats.
because it comes from like a
Russia,
Russian folktale, yeah. And also kind of like its design is really appealing. I think it's one of Kenko's best designs. Look at like the furry and the featheriness to it, and also its weird feet.
Yeah, it's weird, like
Like bird feet.
natural high heels.
I think I would prefer it to be like actual bird feet than that. But like, I mean, that works too.
That'd
Yeah.
be neat, but I like it. Like it could be better. Well, could be better, implying that it's like bad. It's really good. This is also probably going to be on my list.
Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorites. I like the idea that it kind of helps to rehabilitate somebody that's going through a time and that's trying to get them to be a better person. I don't like the idea that like the fact that like it basically like fluffs needs like fluffs needs. You know what I mean? It's like okay, so y'all can see that I was making a fapping motion.
It really was. It was scary. I was afraid for my life.
Sometimes I just do it in public to intimidate people. Like if it's just me,
it's like a level 3 taunt.
Yeah, it's like a power stance. Like if I'm the only, if it's me and one other person on the bus, I'll walk over to them and start like doing the fapping motion like really vigorously and like grunting, and they get really intimidated and they go to the back of the bus, and that leads me the whole bus to just do what I want.
So then you really start fapping.
Yeah. In real life,
not in lucid dreaming.
I pull up my Switch and then I start fapping to
you don't own a Switch.
The frame by frame smash. Anyway, to this character. Yeah, I don't like the fact that like fluff sneeze. Like if somebody's just like a complete bum and they're like a what's it called, hikikomori. Yeah, and like they just like stew in bed.
Hey, hikikomori. Kikimora.
I'm glad you made that joke and not me.
It was less of a joke and more of an observation.
Because I feel like if somebody that's that low in terms of like that they don't even leave their room, that I feel like getting sucked in like hands, I feel like that's not gonna help them, and they'll just be like, well, I get this now, I really don't have to leave my room. But you know, like as far as it helping like a normal person just to be like a better person and like take care of like
a nice weird bird maid,
a bird bang maid.
Yeah,
essentially. It seems like it's funny because the part of it was like they just show up one day and they were like, I see you need help cleaning, your house, and they'd be like, well, I mean, no, I'm good. And they'd be like, no, you need help. Like, come on, let me help you. And then they just start helping and
getting in that house. We can do this the easy way, we can do this the hard way.
And I'm gonna make me stay.
Wait, what? I'm gonna make me stay?
I'm implying that she's gonna have sex with the man, and the man is gonna want her to stay because she had sex with him. Because that's also part of it, is that she like has sex with you. If you own the house.
If you own the house?
Well, I mean, like, it's really you. I mean, if you lived in an apartment, she wouldn't find the landlord. Like, you're the real property owner. I like men who own property.
Yeah. There should be like a hikikimora. There should be a kikimora like real estate agent.
Just working my way up the corporate ladder.
Yeah.
My dream is to one day
own every house.
Own every house like Monopoly. I will have many husbands.
And many houses.
She just sits in the house.
My homes will stretch from sea to sea in every state. In every county,
in
every town.
And it's funny because she doesn't want to sell them. She just likes the idea of having houses to clean.
It's like the Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
She still do drugs?
Can you imagine Leonardo DiCaprio just like banging a bird made on Quaaludes? But anyway, I like the Kikimora because it's really cute, and for all the reasons I mentioned. All right, this is my number 6. Now we're getting to the top 5.
Ooh,
dun,
top
dun,
5.
Dun.
Dun, dun. Gotta clap for that. Gotta clap for top 5.
Gotta clap.
You're not clapping. I'm only clapping.
I'm holding the microphone. Okay, will you stop?
I'll clap for him.
I'm gonna clap my fist on your face.
Thank you for that.
Remember in the Boondocks when Tom goes to prison? Yeah, there's the dude. He's like, I like to do sweet things to the man. I take a little jelly, put some peanut butter in his ass. I call it peanut butter and jelly ass sandwich. Because he's like, he licks it clean and then he fucks the dude. Anyway, proceed.
Man, okay.
Where's your Switch?
Don't play the Switch.
I'm gonna do it.
Number 5 is gonna be my number 5 is gonna be the salamander. Salamander is just a lizard man, only with a better drawing. The salamander one's just kind of ornery. Do I need to explain?
It's just kind of horny.
Do I really have to keep explaining why I want to get beat up every time one of these comes up?
I mean, like, you could also describe the character.
We're right. Jamie, pull up the salamander. I like it because of the dark skin. and the attitude, right? I believe this is the better version of the Lizard Man because it doesn't get all weird and pacified once you're in a relationship with it, and it's still kind of yeah. Because I've always kind of had a problem with the ones that get docile after you've given them the dicking. I want to get beat up constantly. I just want to be I just want to be in like one of those cartoon fight clouds. Maybe not abusive relationship, okay?
It's a combative.
A combative relationship. Only it's a very, very one-sided combat. It's like I'm level 2 CPU and she's Mango. I think it's cute and I want to get beat up. For these are for the most part based entirely on design and less on personality. Ugh. But you know, sometimes you just like them because of how they look, and there's nothing really wrong with that. What are you gonna come to my house and tell me I'm wrong? I bet you won't. You don't know where I live. Yeah, I'm doing it right now. Also, I like the fact that it's like constantly on fire. That's pretty neat. Will you stop playing Smash for real? Like, I thought you were doing this as a joke, and now you're actually like playing Smash.
Well, I mean, I'm not bothering you. What you talking about? I'm listening to what you're saying. You're just talking about what you like. So the reason I didn't finish my sentence is because my number 5 is the Lizard Man.
Hey.
So yeah, basically that's kind of like the difference. Is like, you know, you're the yin to my yang, or is it the yang to my yin?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Which one do you want on top, the black one or the white one?
Isn't the black one like chaotic though?
It's usually how that goes.
Yes, mine was a Lizard Man because I know that's kind of like the joke that I made on that episode. It was like, I desire strong daughters, but the idea of this like righteous noble woman that like you beat her in combat and she's so like impressed by your like skill and ability. And she's like, I don't want to be with anybody else. I want to be with you now, and we need to get married because I desire strong daughters. I want to be your wife.
It's like Spider-Man chasing after Shocker.
And yeah, and this idea that like she's finally come to the end of her road, and that she's found somebody who bested her, and someone who was able to match up with her skill. And then she's like, I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied. Yeah. And then she's like, I'm ready to settle down. And then you settle down with the lizard woman, and you have a decent life, and you raise kids, and you raise them to be strong, you raise them to be good, you raise them because like in this, you know, in this
as good as a lizard man can be.
Okay, because in this fiction, you know, like for you to beat her, you yourself got to be like a strong martial artist. You got to be some type of swordsman. You know, you work with each other because you both have this common interest, and not only in the interest of like being a fighter, but the common interest of like self-improvement and like pursuing something and being disciplined, and like that together you use to like raise your kids, your lizard kids, your little lizard squad. And yeah, it's pretty wholesome. It's heartwarming, and like in this fiction of like of these monsters that like possess your brain and fill you with slime, and then like jump out of the tree to like force themselves pregnant by you, then
wow.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know, but it sounds funny when you get all mixed up like that.
Yeah, and in this fiction where that's kind of like the norm, the idea of this lizard woman who is like this like staunchly like principled woman who like finds you, and then you beat her in combat, and she loves you for kind of the person you are. I like that. It's really nice. It's a really good. Even the short article that we read for it, I really liked what I got from it, and like the idea of this character. It's a good character. It's like a token character, you know. I mean, like J.R. Tolkien, you know. Yeah.
If Sam Frodo went to Mount Doom,
and there was a cute Doom girl,
and he fucked instead of throwing the ring into a volcano.
Yeah, the Sauron lava man was a lava woman. Frodo, you held the ring. Oh, please marry me.
Now it is a dick ring.
That was my number 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So number 4. You see, you know, we get along, but we have different opinions, and that's fine. Sorry.
You just threw that microphone at me. Number 4 is gonna go to the Gazer. I like the Gazer for all the same reasons that you like the Nightmare. I like the idea that this monster has this outward shell of like being cocky, but it's kind of like a show because she's actually like really self-conscious about her one eye, her big old mono eye, to the point where she like attempts to hypnotize people into being more attracted to the mono eye thing. And
I remember that.
And that if she meets someone who actually likes it, she doesn't know quite what to do with herself. And so she gets all flustered and like confused. There's a term for this. There's a Japanese word for this. Glasses.
Japanese
for this kind of character. But I've always liked the like pretend cocky characters. Yeah, I've always thought they were like cute in concept, and the fact that she's like a weird like D&D monster.
Yeah, it's weird because like I'm surprised there's not like a word term that I can think of that in the way like a commonly known within
Like a trope, yeah.
Yeah, within like anime community in the West. We talk about tsundere and we talk about yandere, but we don't have one for like that type. Really
puts up a front. There absolutely is. Like there absolutely is, but I just can't think of it right now. Putting the front up until it meets its match and it doesn't know what to do.
I mean, basically it's like cocky, but you know.
Yeah.
There's got to be like a trope word for it. There's got to be a word that makes me sound smart.
That's the crux of it, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got to be a bigger word that makes me sound smart.
Let's break out our thesaurus.
There's
Thesaurus.
gotta be
What's a bigger word for yandere?
You want me to look it up? I'll look it up.
No,
yandere?
I think this is a lot funnier. Both of us struggling to remember what this. Someone's gonna comment it, or we're gonna find out as soon as this recording ends, and we're both gonna feel like big old dummies. So if we figure out what the word is, put it right here on the screen, and so we can all learn together. And you don't have to exit out of this tab you're listening to and find out yourself either. It'll just be on screen right now. And her design's really nice too, with like all the sometimes the pictures of the gazer will have all the eyes like make different expressions, and that's kind of like the tell.
Yeah.
So like she'll be like laughing, but the eyes will be like sweating, and they'll look nervous. And like the idea of this thing that has all these eyes and it thinks it looks ugly, and then the eyes kind of like betray what it really feels is really interesting.
It's like almost like having a mood ring, but it's
it's a bunch of eyes on like, oh my god, it's Ryu. Hey,
is this Ryu from Tekken? Show me your moves.
We're gonna pause the recording so Dakota can play Smash. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we can just. I'll cut this out.
You can turn the music up then.
Yeah.
Nice. Do the meteor. Yeah.
Ooh, dangerous.
For you, it's number 5. No, it's number 4. It's number 4. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Cut this. Record starts now.
Okay, so number 4, we're getting into the territory where I need to be honest about my intentions, about who I am as a person, who I've become through doing these episodes. So we're getting to the nitty gritty. So there's 4 of them left that I choose. So for my number 4, I'm choosing Apophis because it was it's in the same way that the White, where it had this whole lore about it being like this queen, this snake queen of Egypt that conquered other pyramids and other kingdoms and kind of had them under the collected empire of like the Apophis, and it was like a spiritual thing, like it was like
constant war with the Anubis.
A constant war with the Anubis, this Apophis snake god, and also because it fits into my niche of evil purple women.
Yeah, it fits. It is the evil purple woman.
It's it's an evil purple woman that is also a snake. It's got a really appealing design. It's got a really thumbs up A+ design, and I really like the ones that are themed to like the region that it's from, because like the White was the same thing, and that it's this it looks like Nightmare Before Christmas, and the Apophis is the basically evil Egyptian spooky stuff, straight out of The Mummy, or that one level in Metal Slug X. Yeah. Yeah, you can hear the flutes in the background, and the Aladdin sound effects.
One bread ahead of the bread.
It seems to be the case that, and also you're going to see with the other ones on this list, that the ones I like out of the categories of, just like the snake or the centaur happens to be the evil one. And I'm willing to admit that. It's not something I like. I just like the character.
You just like evil people? It looks like the real monster is you.
But like the idea of like conquest and
it appeals to your Spanish blood. It gets the what is it? The sangre?
The sangre.
Yeah, the sangre.
The conquistador sangre.
Sangre boil.
And let's conquer. Yes.
And then the road to El Dorado, like the Spanish guitars. Antonio Banderas.
On the trail we blaze. You remember Shell from that movie?
I always remember Shell.
Do you think there really is a city of gold out there?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Probably underground or something.
Why would it be underground?
Because it's old. Gold doesn't last very long.
Gold is old?
Yeah, boy.
Yes, it does.
Gold is out. Platinum is.
Wait, you telling me gold doesn't last that long? What happens to it? Does it like die?
Okay, real talk. I was gonna try to make a Minecraft joke.
Okay. All right.
And my brain gave up halfway through.
Okay. All right. Well, that was my number 4. There you go.
Okay. My number 3 would be the Mershark, the poster girl for our still most popular video that has like 3,000 views at this point.
It's got almost 5K.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is up with that, guys.
People
but
like it.
if some of you could please subscribe, some of you 5,000 could please subscribe. Please. So we can do this again. Won't that be fun? I like the Mershark because the fish ones are interesting to me because I have a slight fear of ocean animals.
Oh, and then naturally, things that make you pee hard and things that make you afraid, like
Almost
hand in hand
one and the same.
on a psychological level.
It's not even like ocean creatures. It's like silhouettes of things in water. So the idea of this one that is like a friendly, or mostly friendly, absolutely friendly actually, because like the Meershark's deer is that it like helps people that are drowning and stuff. And I think the ones that have this, like, it's like people like dolphins, because they, and like killer whales and stuff, they're these alien animals that aren't like us, that still have these tendencies to help us out even when they don't have to. Like there's those old legends of killer whales that would help whalers hunt down bigger whales, and then they would like give them meat, and it was like a cooperative thing. These symbiotic relationships are really nice, and they're even nicer when you get to fuck the animal.
That's close.
Yeah, that'll
Is
be
there
the
any other
clue.
instance that you can think of in which are you talking about real life?
No, why would I be talking about real life? That's gross.
It kind of sounds like, because you were talking about it in like this realistic sense of like, oh, you know, what
And then
whales.
I gotta bring it back to the fantasy, and that's why I like the Meershark, because they're in this, like you said, in this world where where grass will tangle you up and turn you into a weird monster tentacle thing, and like plants are trying to get you. You would think the oceans would be even more hella dangerous, because they're hella dangerous right now. But then you start drowning in like the ocean, and a shark helps you get back to land and like waves you off, and it's like, it's almost Little Mermaid-esque. And as we all know, Ariel was hankering to go with that prince, raring to go. And their designs are nice. The design's really nice. I really like that the weird neck piece that she has. I really like that neck piece she has, and like the thing around her head. Under the sea, that where it's better. Everything's. I like how her necklace forms like the shark jaws.
Yeah, she's got a really good design.
There's like neat little like key aspects to it, like that, and like her weird fin things. And I think the one on the default one has like a weird scar somewhere, and it's like how whales will go down into the ocean and come back with like scars from fighting like squids and stuff, to suggest that there are dangerous things there, and she's just tougher than
The
them.
whales keep them at bay.
Whales keep them at bay. Imagine that. Whales are just super smart, keeping Cthulhu down.
Well, I mean, like it's thing in fiction too. This idea that whales are like much smarter than we like give them credit for.
You mean like that cow conspiracy you talked about during your Fortnite video?
I forgot about that.
I'm glad I remember everything you don't. But yeah, Meersharks, number 3. They're just really helpful, nice, finny friends. What's your number 3?
So my number 4 was
Number 3.
I know, but I'm doing the thing here.
you're
I'm doing the
number-
thing here. Can you shut up and just let me? God, every single time. So. So my number 4 was the Apophis, which is the purple snake lady. And my number 3 is
purple snake
evil
lady.
purple snake lady. So my number 3 is the bicorn
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the evil unicorn.
She's not even purple. What a huckster.
No, but look at how goth she is. Oh my god. Ow. I'm sorry. It
Cut
hurt.
yourself on how goth she is.
I cut myself on
Look,
my own edge.
her shoes have dumb ribbons on them.
Mm-hmm.
She's definitely the manager at a Hot Topic.
Yeah, the bicorn is evil and gothic, and it's got the white hair, it's got the evil headband, and it's got 2 horns, which is really dumb to think about, but it does. And the thing about this one is that it's particularly evil because it goes off brand of most of these, because it's Kanko's thing as a person, of these sexual monsters that will ravage you, but they're strictly monogamous.
Yeah.
Except this one. This one wants you
And that's
to have.
why it's the most evil.
It wants you to have as many partners as possible, and like it wants you as her man to form a harem in order to harvest as much spirit energy as possible.
She's gaming the system. She's got the galaxy brain.
The idea of a monster conspiring for you to take in more monsters into a harem, to form a harem to meet, because doing it herself is not enough. She's like, you know, entrepreneuring. She's enterprising. She wants to.
She's setting up interviews.
She wants to collaborate.
Getting
You know,
yeah.
she wants to link up.
She's got her LinkedIn.
It's especially evil because it's taking this almost like this line that the other ones don't cross of like monogamy, and like completely blowing it out of the water and being like, I don't care if it ruins other relationships. We'll take other monsters in, even if they belong to other relationships. Or if this was somebody that, you know, like if you cheated on somebody with the bicorn. No, if you cheated on if you cheated on somebody with the bicorn, and now you're part of the bicorn's, like, you know, thing, that you can invite that person that you cheated on into that relationship, and because of like the demonic influence that they become part of the harem. It's like, so it's like, evil.
There's a horror movie evil in here.
And that's why it's my number 3.
Can you imagine the Facebook group posts? Join my Bicorn era. Help me get big demon energy. I need big demon energy. Join my era.
So that's my number 3. There you go.
How very on brand.
Very fitting, yeah.
Yeah. My number 2 is going to the bunyip. I still really like the bunyip. I need to have a snake one on here at some point, right? So why not have the fluffy snake? I think the fluffiness and like this personality of this like demure, introverted water snake that like accidentally surprises people because it gets so excited in the moments of seeing someone that it like leaps out of the water with all its might and it's not sure what to do is really cute. It's got that gap moe, you know. Because it's like this big, not really scary because of all the fur, but it's like this big intimidating thing. And I'm sure it would look terrifying swimming in like the ocean or like a lake or something. And then it's actually just like really scared of just like even interacting with the person.
Yeah, because doesn't it, like, even if it needs to save somebody, it will like it does it, but like without saying anything because it's afraid to talk.
Yeah, that's really what I like about it. I like that it's kind of weird because like the monsters usually aren't like shy, like where they don't want to talk to people because they can't afford to. That's how they make more of themselves. So the fact that the bunyip kind of does it, and it does it in like this weird like lady of the water type way where it lives in lakes and like fantasizes about being in relationships but actually can't.
The shy ones kind of just like admire them from a distance, and like they form these feelings, and then like they just hop out of the water, a giant fluffy snake,
and then the person goes, "Oh my god, I'm going to die right now," and they've got their mask on.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the mask. The mask is a big part because it's intimidating, but it's just because they have trouble looking for somebody in the eye. I feel your vibe, man.
Yeah, I'm glad we can vibe about this. And then the fluff factor. I like that even though this monster is really shy and they're all introverted and like they keep to themselves, the article still lists that they're all proud of how good they are at hugging. Like they practice. I like to imagine they like practice hugging like other monster girls that live in the lakes and stuff.
That's a little weird.
What?
Why do you imagine that?
Because
you sit on your bed and you think about it.
I do think about getting hugged by a snake lady. Yes. You can put that on my grave. I don't care. I'll kill myself right now, so you have to. So you have to put it on my grave, you fucker.
Can't make me.
If I was a ghost, I could. I'd be like, put that shit on my grave, or I'll haunt you, nigga. But yeah, bunyips number 2. They're good girls, Brent. Your turn.
Is that a reference?
Yes.
Okay.
It is a reference to that one dog Twitter that I forget right now. Stop playing Smash, you autistic boy.
Okay, so my number 2, Jabberwock. Now the Jabberwock, I love this design. Of the Wonderland designs, and this one's probably my favorite. We've talked about dragons before because you talk about them whenever, like, I'll just be like, so Perez, so what have you been thinking about the election?
And I'll lean back with my hands behind my head like that one anime pose. I'm just like, dragons, bro.
Dragons.
Bro, dragons.
Can you
remember that one Discovery documentary where they talked about dragons being real, bro?
What if I was in school and in my college classes and my professor was a dragon woman and she was like, Perez, I need you to stay after class. Can you imagine that, Dakota? And I'm like, Perez, I'm trying to drive here. Oh no, the Jabberwock. I like its design and
Wait, what did that have to do with anything?
Because I was saying that like I don't really like the other dragon ones, but this one, because it's Because it's evil.
Because it's evil and purple. Not just evil, but forced to be evil.
It's like a force to be reckoned with. This one will, like, when you enter Wonderland, they descend upon you to stop you from ever, like, you thought you were gonna get out of here with your PP intact. Think again, brother.
Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, what would you do if Hulk Hogan showed up and was like, "Okay, brother,
You ain't getting out of here with your pee-pee intact, brother. That ass is grass, brother. And I'm the mower.
that ass is glass and about to shatter." Because I remember this one was particularly, like, filthy because like it had.
It's a regular dragon. It's the Queen of Wonderland just
Yeah.
corrupted this one dragon so that way it would just be. It's like a fall from grace.
Part of the design is that it forms little hearts on it. Kenko is like, oh, what did they represent? But, like, it's implied that it represents the dude busted onto the.
Yeah, and then we look closer at the design and there's like hearts on the weird mouths and there's hearts on the horns.
That's part of it, is that, like, it has like a regular body and the dragon parts of it, but it's also got these two side mouths. And it's got a mouth coming out of a brooch and, like, on its neck. The fact that it's got those heart marks, which means the dude busted 10 times. On those parts, and it's fiendishly evil, and it's corrupted, gross, and filthy thing.
When is Makoto Shinkai gonna make a movie about monster girls?
No, you keep on bringing him up, like, I understand because you like him and you like his works. Like, you can't just, like, have him do stuff that he's not compatible with.
If I was rich enough, I could.
No, you couldn't. You can't just pay a guy to, like, do something. He has to agree to do it. You can't just. He's not a machine. He's not a vending machine. You can't just be like, but I'm supposed to give you money.
But I got the money.
He's like, I don't want to do
I get
that.
the money and you give me the honeys.
Like, even if you gave him money, he'd probably be like, I don't want to do that. Get out of here, you freak.
I ain't doing that gay shit.
He'd be like, otakus, this is why otakus need help. This is why otakus are hated in Japan. It's because people like you.
He'd be like Willy Wonka at the end of, so get out.
He'd be like, so you watched all my movies and your name and what you wanted was me to make a movie about monster girls? And you'd be like,
Yeah.
yeah. And he'd be like, get out of my fucking office. I'm about to beat the shit out of you with this baseball bat. He pulls out a baseball bat.
Can't have guns in Japan.
Mm-hmm. What if the gun shoots something besides bullets? Would that account?
Like in Yakuza, where it shoots slime or goo or like rubber bullets.
Are the guns in Yakuza are like legit guns, right? When you get shot on the street, you get shot with a real gun, right?
Yeah.
We should carry around like paint guns.
Yeah.
Like,
We should do that dangerous thing where we like have a weapon that looks like a gun and put it underneath a shirt.
And then walk up to a bank teller and be like, hey, guess what?
I need to bankroll a Makoto Shinkai film, bitch.
I always wondered, side tangent, but I'll cut this out maybe. So whenever in like movies and TV shows, when they put the pistol on the table to show like they mean business, I feel like putting a pistol on the table is a good way to get it, like, grab it and throw it across the room, and then
pistol's like pointing towards them, and sometimes they like have their hands still on the gun.
no, that's what I'm talking about. Is the one where they like just put it on the table and then they're like, so, see, I mean business because they put a gun on the table. I'll just be like, snatch, and then just like spray.
Firing wildly.
Yeah. You tell me you wouldn't do that? You wouldn't hold the gun like this? You'd be like, ah.
Like directly against my crotch.
Yeah.
Just destroy my lower body every time I fire it. Yeah, like fucking Ocelot, where he like does the weird stance where he's like
He's doing the John Lennon.
Yeah.
Keep on trucking pose. But that's the reason why that one's my number 2. Take it away.
This is really obvious, but my number 1 is still the white horn. Remember the white horn?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the snow one, the snow horse.
It's wintertime in Texas, where we live. Come dox us if you can, if you're brave enough. It's wintertime right now, so it's really, really cold. When we first talked about this, it was slightly warmer, and I'm glad that now that the weather has gotten colder, I've re-vilified myself.
Yo, it's my boyfriend. I'm super excited that we're about to unlock this character. Okay, go ahead.
We'll take a break so we can play Smash. It's Ike. It's Guts.
I know, it's so saying it's my boyfriend.
He's gonna kick the shit out of you.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
I like how you're playing as your OP main. Is this why you want a salamander, a lizard woman? Because you want to sword fight her and Smash?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, off the screen, boy.
Walk offs. This is why they don't have walk offs in professional Smash.
Yeah, Ike is so cool.
I want to fuck Ike.
Yeah.
This unironically. It's been getting cold in Texas, and so I feel like I really like. I remember that feeling I tried to describe during this entire special.
Yeah.
Where you go from being really, really cold to being warmed, and like
cold, yeah.
that's the Whitehorn's whole like character. Like is based around that concept of being cold and then getting warmed up, only with the added bonus of it being like this helpful woman horse. I imagine a bed that a centaur would have to use would be pretty large and soft. And I really just want the bed. Like kick the woman out. I just want her bed. I bet she has really nice Casper mattress, you know.
For my number one,
I choose a bed. Is there a bed monster girl? I like the Whitehorn's design. I like its temperament. It's like earned its place among society for normal people, so it actually like works in towns and cities as like this mountie almost, where it like goes along like country roads that have been iced over. It helps people who are lost in snowstorms and who look like they need help, and it takes them to their little house they have, their little ranger station, and I'm sure it's nice and comfy. It probably looks like Hilda's house in those little ranger stations they have. It's like orange tinted, and there's like knickknacks and little like snow globes. I've thought about this a lot, can you tell?
Yeah, I can tell you're thinking about this. You're not just thinking about the character. In fact, you're not thinking about the character at all. You're thinking about the setting and the aesthetic of it all.
Because the aesthetic in my head is tied to the character of like this little woodland house that this
I know, but
deer horse lives in. Deer. It didn't say person. Ooh boy, this deer horse lady lives in.
Well, I mean, you already said persons is boring.
Because it all ties itself together into this little image in my head of what I think would be like the ideal situation in this terrible, terrible monster girl world where everything wants to attack you. You luck out into getting lost and you find your wife because she helps you not freeze to death on a mountain road.
Oh, so it saves you and you okay.
It's like that terrible movie Idris Elba was in where he crashed the plane in the mountain and they were lost in the snow.
You done to eat that lady?
I hope not.
I thought that was part of it. Said like he was with that white lady. And he was like, I have to eat you. I'm sorry. I have to survive. If someone survives, it has to be me.
Canceling the apocalypse.
If someone survives, it has to be me. And they start eating there. And she's like, my feet. Did you ever see that clip on YouTube?
No, I didn't see that clip.
Because the funny thing was that it got a little too real, and the lady lost like 3 toes because Idris Elba was trying to be a method actor, so he literally ate 3 of her toes on set.
on the fake set. That's not like a real mountain. It's like a studio.
Yeah, just in the studio.
Oh, it's so cool. I'm sorry I have to do this to you.
I have to survive.
But yeah. Whitehorn, unless Kenko manages to capture this feeling of
I mean, he had the Yeti. The Yeti didn't even make it on your list.
I know, but like, fuck the Yeti. Until he captures this feeling again, the Whitehorn's gonna continue being my number one. If anything, because of this strange masturbatory fantasy I have in my head. What's your number one?
Speaking of fantasies, my number one, I knew this whenever I was going through the list that we've all done, all the episodes. My number one is the tried and True and Blue, the demon.
Wow, really? The plain old demon, huh?
Yeah, I came through it.
Yeah, I'm sure you want to.
No, I think it was episode 3 or 4, and then we got to the demon, and then
it was love at first sight.
Looking back through the footage, I'm like, man, this really is the best one. It's it's the soldier, it's the army, it's like the grunt of the.
You want to make it the.
That one's pretty good. That wasn't bad.
No, they're all pretty bad.
Of the demon army, it's the simple one, and it has the agenda, the holy war of,
and the agenda just says get dick.
The holy war of basically stop human beings from forming families, and that for every man there is a monster woman. I remember that being mentioned as like a statement from the demon lord.
Did we make a 14 words joke when we read the demon?
We probably did.
I don't want to make another one just in case, but I feel like we made a joke.
We probably did, because there is that type of empire idea of like growing your forces by multiplying by any means necessary. Yeah, for every human man there is a demon woman, or there is a monster woman. Like at heart, the demon is not one of the ones that Prez likes. it's actually like a devoted wife that loves to cook for you. Like even if you don't ask, it loves to cook for you, and it might have this evil agenda, but at heart, deep down inside, and she just wants to be a good wife to a nice human man. But she is part of a greater power, a greater force than herself, which is
it's like marrying a crusader.
Yes.
Only it's like marrying a Christian crusader and you're a Muslim man.
I mean, they didn't want to like have babies with them, but okay.
This analogy is airtight.
You know what isn't airtight either? All the empty space inside your head. Because you got a little brain.
Wow. Wow.
Looking back on it and reading about the demon, how the demon kind of appeals to that. It's evil, but it's also like really reaches that appeal that the lizard man does, and where it wants to be like a good mother and wife, and wants to cook
mother and
an
wife.
evil mother and wife. Yeah,
Everything it does is tinged with evil.
Yeah, so that
You
like
have meals, but they're evil meals.
Yeah, I guess, and the idea of having like demon daughters who were like constantly being like
evil.
Mwah. You got like your daughters are constantly being like Mwah, ha ha, like after like laughing, like they never laugh, they just the evil laugh after the evil laugh at your funny dad jokes.
At your evil dad jokes.
Your evil dad jokes. This appeals to me. As you can tell from what I've described from the other ones, this hits the marks of the ones that I like from the good side and also from the evil side. Kind of brings it together for the best of both worlds. And that's why Demon is my number one.
Your evil number one.
My evil number one. Listen, you can pretend like you have a moral high ground because you want to be constantly demolished by by a giant woman, but like, okay, at least I'm being honest that like I'll accept the evil if it's, you know, it's for a good cause and it's for
is it a good cause? It's an evil good cause.
I mean, you know, she's fighting for what she believes in, and you know,
evil beliefs.
Well, you know, that's subjective. I mean, subjective.
Trying to make more subjects.
Yeah. So yeah, those are our top 10s.
There it is. Oh, there it is.
Whoop, there it is.
Whoop, there it is. Party people
All right.
in the house. Let's go.
All right, you monster boys and monster gals, or just monster boy.
We make this joke every time.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, we'll have one girl who subscribes to our channel.
Yeah, if you're a girl, comment in the comments. I'm a girl, by the way, and then put the woo.
By the way, we were putting the YouTube plugin that only allows girls to commentate.
Don't do that. Well, nobody will watch.
It's not real, you idiot.
That's the joke. God, why come your brain doesn't understand? You like your brain understands you being sarcastic, but not me. Listen, you know what? If you don't shut up, I'm gonna beat you up right now on this recording. Here's the sound of the impact. I just beat him for his knee died. What was that?
I've been beat up.
Oh. Have you heard of the high elves?
Have you heard of the high elves?
Prez always does it whenever we mention it, and I love it because he always does the falling over animation. We should make an RPG Maker game, but use like our photos of ourselves and make like idle animations.
Like make terrible like the
Dong Never Die.
How humans look in Grim Fandango, where they're like the weird like what are they?
Come on, you can do it.
I know. I'm sorry. I've got 50 movies in my head where I'm trying to find the line that tells me what I'm thinking of. The Ransom Note, where it's like different letters, only it's like different pictures. It's like a collage of pictures, and they look terrible. Only they all make the Skyrim noises, so they all go ha. Thanks for putting up with this garbage, this audible garbage for 11 episodes. 11, 12? Who's even counting anymore?
Is this episode 11? Is
This
the
is
100
episode-
subscriber special?
Oh
yeah, sick.
They're one and the same.
Yeah, sick. That means I don't gotta edit two things. I just gotta edit one very long thing.
Yeah. Hey,
Man.
listen, I really
trying to-
appreciate all 100 and however many of you.
Yeah,
who-
okay, real talk.
Real talk. This
I
is
was
time
playing-
for some real. It's
I
real
was
nigga
playing
hours.
Smash. I was playing Smash, but like real talk, for the work that I put in and the work that Prez has put in, the work that we've put into this channel and building it up from basically nothing.
You know,
Basically,
it's still kind of nothing, but
Yeah,
now 100 people are looking at our little sandcastle.
yeah, because this is the thing is that like in summer, whenever we started doing this, this was just like my personal channel, and now it's been tainted beyond belief, so I can never use it again.
Oh no! If you ever get asked to link your YouTube, you just can't.
I've already set up a separate one. It's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah. By the way, if y'all will never find that one, so haha, unless you come across it at some point, like unless that one blows up. In that case, press C. No, I'm just kidding.
We need to record our channel is closing audio like right now. That'd be really funny.
Guys, I never wanted to make this video, but
Are you
rich
trying-
now. See,
I'm rich and bitches. Goodbye.
no, I can buy all the anime. No one could stop me. Would you be mad if I bought all the anime and I destroyed it? We had this joke already.
We've had this discussion before.
Okay, we're getting off track. So yeah, like in 10 episodes and now 11, and then the mini-sodes, and then
It's been nice seeing your moral degradation from I hate all of these gross, creepy monster things to I love all these evil ones and none of the good ones.
Yeah, the evil ones are my favorite, but that's okay. It appeals to my desire to conquer,
evil.
Okay, but yeah. Oh, from what's happened through this year, and at least being able to scratch off one thing from list of things I wanted to do this year of get 100 subscribers.
Gotta clap for that.
Yeah.
He put down Smash so he can actually clap.
Yeah. And at the beginning of the year, I didn't have any subscribers. Now I got 100 people, and I got people that regularly comment, that regularly look forward to the episodes.
Sorry about this, by the way, people who look forward to episodes.
Yeah.
What's it been, 2 months? I can't believe your house was destroyed for 2 months.
It took a while for it takes a while for a house to be undestroyed, but it's good that we can get together still and record every once in a while. So I'm really appreciative that we got this far, and when I upload this, I'll have the Twitter put up, and Prez will be running it.
Yeah.
And Prez is gonna be the head of the Twitter boy.
The head of the Twitter boy.
He's gonna be reposting butts and
just basically doing what I do on my personal
arms
Twitter.
and torsos and abs,
legs. Oh man, so many abs. Guys, so many abs.
He's gonna be just reposting all that. So if you want a quick go to of monsters and big buff Russian women, Prez is your go to man. Well, actually, no. What I mean by that is we have a Twitter. We have a Twitter, and if you want to ask questions, if you want to link us anything,
Send it
feel
to
free
the
to do
Twitter.
that. Send it to the Twitter. I'll link in the description. And yeah, hopefully within the future, within the next, I guess next year, round 2, season 2 of Zebraneck, we'll get to the point where we can do live streams, even if it's just off of the phone, and it's while
always
I'm
liked
editing
the
or
idea
something.
of doing a community thing.
Yeah,
We can all play Fortnite and dab on the haters. Just do a quick.
Yeah,
dab.
and we have 100 subs, so it's just gonna grow from there, and we'll get more and more.
Unless one of us does something terrible where we hate each other, or we beat up a woman and someone films it.
Or
maybe we'll get more subscribers that way.
Like the Fortnite guy. We do our first live stream video where we both beat up this one person on camera.
Ooh,
we
gotta get a rental baby to cry in the background.
No, we can just get the pizza delivery guy. And, okay, $5 in donation, and we'll just beat up the pizza delivery guy. Should I do it, chat? Should I do it? I've been watching a bunch of Twitch compilations. I gotta
get
say,
an F in the chat if I should fail his names in it. Thumbs down in the chat.
And yeah, but I watched a bunch of Twitter compilations, and Twitch, and they're some of it's the worst. So I'm glad that we can get to be part of that. Hopefully, we'll end up on a compilation someday.
Hopefully for something not bad.
Well,
no promises.
Yeah, maybe even a live episode.
That's really the whole motto of this channel. No promises.
Yep, but you'll get content eventually. That day is today.
Content eventually. No promises. That's our motto. Have a good one, Z Brothers.
All right, have a good Christmas, everybody. I'll try to get it out before then. If I don't, I'm sorry.
Have a happy holidays.
All right.
War on Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Never ends.
Yay.
Fuck Christmas. Happy holiday. Happy holiday.
Last Christmas. I mean, no, wait. What is it? All I Want for Christmas is You is way better than Last Christmas. Last Christmas is for idiots.